My name is Sarah, and this is the story of how I lost my sister. My older sister, Emily, and I were not very close. We had a difficult relationship. We were never best friends like some sisters. We argued a lot. She thought I was selfish. I thought she was too dramatic. We stopped trusting each other years ago. When Emily moved back home, I wasn't happy. She had lost her job. Her boyfriend had left her. She had nowhere to go. So she came back to live with our dad and me. She stayed in her old bedroom upstairs. I stayed in the downstairs room near the kitchen. I didn't talk to her much. I didn't ask her how she was doing. I didn't want drama. I just wanted peace. One day in January, my dad had gone on a short work trip. He was supposed to come back in 2 days. So it was just Emily and me in the house. That evening, I was watching TV in the living room when my phone rang. It was Emily. She was calling from her room upstairs. Her voice was very soft. Weak. "Can you bring me some water?" she said. I was annoyed. Why couldn't she just come get it herself? "You have legs," I snapped. "Get it yourself." And I ended the call. I didn't hear from her again. I didn't go upstairs. I didn't check on her. I stayed in the living room, finished my show, ate dinner, and went to bed. The next day, I didn't see her in the kitchen. But I didn't care. I thought maybe she was still sleeping. Or maybe just avoiding me. That afternoon, our dad came home from his trip. He went upstairs to say hello to Emily. And then he screamed. I ran up behind him. Emily was lying on her bed. Her face was pale. Her lips were blue. She was dead. Gone. Just like that. She had taken something. Pills. Many of them. We found the empty bottle next to her bed. The doctor said she probably died about 15 hours earlier. That was the night she called me. The night she asked me for water. The night I said no. At first, I couldn't believe it. I cried. I screamed. I felt like I was falling. But then the guilt came. It came slowly, like a wave rising inside me. She asked for water. I said no. Maybe she knew she was dying. Maybe she just wanted one last act of kindness. And I denied it. I keep hearing her voice in my head. Weak. Tired. Soft. "Can you bring me some water?" I replay that moment again and again. What if I had gone upstairs? What if I had seen her like that? Would I have called 911? Yes. Would they have saved her? No. That's what the doctor said. The pills she took worked fast. Even if I had found her minutes later, she still would have died. Her body had already passed the point of saving. But that's not the only thing that haunts me. What haunts me is what her last moments might have been like. She died alone. Maybe she had music playing. Maybe she was staring at the ceiling, thinking. Maybe she felt peaceful. If I had gone upstairs, found her barely breathing, and screamed, would that have made her last moments worse? Would she have died hearing chaos and fear? Would she have felt regret? Panic? Instead, maybe she died in silence. Maybe she felt calm. Maybe she left the world with her own thoughts, not mine. That idea gives me a little comfort. But not much. Because the truth is, I was unkind. Not just that night. For years. I said hurtful things to her. I judged her. I didn't try to understand her. She was sad. Lost. Trying to find a reason to live. And I gave her none. After her funeral, I sat in her room for hours. Her books were still on the shelf. Her favorite scarf was hanging on the chair. Her shoes were neatly lined up by the door. Everything looked normal. But she was gone. I found her diary in her drawer. I didn't want to read it. But I did. Page after page, she wrote about her sadness. About feeling unwanted. About how the world seemed too heavy. And there were pages about me. She wrote, "Sarah doesn't see me. I wish she would talk to me. I miss having a sister." I closed the book and sobbed. How did I not know? Why didn't I try harder? The pain of losing someone you love is deep. But the pain of knowing you could have been kinder is worse. Since that day, I live with that pain. I try to forgive myself. Some days are better than others. Sometimes, I sit in the kitchen and imagine what it would have been like to bring her water. To sit next to her on the bed. To hold her hand. Even if she still died, I could have said goodbye. I could have told her she mattered. Now, I tell her in my prayers, "Emily, I'm sorry. I wish I had been better. I love you." To anyone listening to this story, be kind. Even when you're tired. Even when you're angry. You never know what someone is going through. Sometimes, a simple glass of water can be everything. Thank you for listening.